Hello survivors and welcome to another video, and as you can see a new roadmap has popped up. It is a story roadmap and it's called Walker Swarm, and I believe from the inbox, let's just read the inbox message. Nope, the inbox message, it says the Walker Swarm roadmap is now live. Challenge your team by fighting powerful walkers in nightmare mode, found on select stages in both acts. Complete all acts for valuable rewards. So this could be the very first ever nightmare mode, and it does look like it. See the nightmare mode marker up the top. We actually get necklaces for it as well. Let me just see what else. How do you play nightmare modes? Oh, okay, these are nightmare modes. Okay, the first few stages aren't. Then it's nightmare modes. Oh, what does that mean? Okay, nightmare mode 1, no battle items. Nightmare mode 2, no continues. Nightmare mode 3, no battle items or continues. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Oh, we get duct tape and kits. Okay, that's quite a lot of stuff on this. Let me see what the other one has. Probably less. Okay, it's the lower gear. That's not too bad. Is it nightmare here? Yeah, a bit of nightmare here. So I'm gonna do the second one, and I'm gonna just buzz forward, and I'll get to the first nightmare stage, which is stage 5. Okay, we are on to stage 5, and basically there are a lot of waves. There are a lot of waves. I haven't had to use items or continue so far. I haven't had to use crit leader yet either. So the waves have gone up to 8. It was 7 before, and the walkers have increased to 13, and I think it was 11 or 12 before, so there's something to mention. I may skip to the end of this because it's so many waves, and it looks like I'm going to be able to get through this unless something pops up where it's like a special walker. I may skip to the end of this one as well because it looks pretty straightforward. So yeah, let's see if I skip to the end. So that was that. It wasn't too difficult. I think it's just a lot of stages. Sorry, a lot of waves in the stages so far. That's basically the common thing that I'm seeing, is a lot of waves. So the last one was 8 and this one is 9. It is definitely a swarm, but I think it would be harder if they just increased the amount of walkers on each wave rather than increasing the amount of waves. I mean, the amount of waves generally isn't a difficult thing in walkers. You're going to get through them, it just takes time. The difficulty of walkers is being overwhelmed. You know, comic, TV show, the game too. It's all about being overwhelmed, and when there's 10, you're not going to get overwhelmed so quickly. Because even if you don't crit, you know, you have things that give you like protection. Like I've got Guardian 2 and I've got Camouflage. I mean, I'm just letting it pop whenever, but if you're not gonna do what I'm doing, which is autoing, you're gonna have that pop, you know, when you want it to pop, which would be more ideal like times, and you won't rush either, so you'll crit more. So I don't know, I think this could be more nightmarish maybe. Well, we'll see how it continues. Let me see if I skip again to the end. So we have completed another one, stage 6, and we get a reasonable amount of stuff, I guess. Nothing spectacular. I didn't actually see what we can get on the stage, if we can get anything in particular on the stages. Can I check that? I think I have to hit replay to check that. Characters. So you can get 3 stars. You can get 3 stars. Can't get left by the looks of things. And weapons. You can get 3 stars. Okay. Well, I can do another stage. I will can to just finish it, just to see the whole thing. Is this going to be 10 waves? Is this going to be 10 waves? Let's have a little look. Ooh. Again, no, it's just not enough numbers. Not enough numbers. I think to make this more of a nightmare, which I hope it wants to be, they should make it so there's more walkers on each stage. I would say a lot more. Like 30. You know, make them all slow maybe. Don't make any of them fast, but make it so that's a swarm. Maybe there's a limit. There might be a limit to the amount they can have. I think I've seen like 20s for swell roads. Like here, they're gonna hit me, Oh no, they didn't hit me. That was Gator's camouflage safety there. So they haven't actually hit me yet. They haven't even removed the Guardian Shield. And I'm on Nightmare stage, whatever, 7. Which is like the 3rd or 4th Nightmare stage. So I'm hoping that this is, obviously this is the first time it's been out, but hopefully there's going to be some changes to make it like tactical rather than I can auto it. I know I've got a veteran team. I know it's going to be very different for different people, but I'm not using any spectacular characters here for walkers here. No crit lead. No real crit buff. There are 2 crit buffers there, but I think one only gives it to 3, and the other one's got like a really high AR. You can take like 45 AR crit buff characters that I haven't taken. You know, you can take multiple camouflage, which I haven't done. You know, you can do a lot of different things. You can have much better weapons than I've got. I think I've only got tier 1 Slayers. So I'm hoping it becomes more difficult, but we're gonna just well, I can just talk it out for the rest of this one. This one has been the longest, obviously, 10 stages. Whether it goes up to 11 and 12 is yet to be seen. At least you've got potential of getting a lot of stuff. I don't know how the drops would work, because you get drops per stage, or per wave, sorry. So we should get a drop here, like there we go, get a couple of drops. I don't know how that works, but it does look like the drops are capped at what you can even get on the stage, like 3-star weapons and 3-star characters. If it's a nightmare, if it's meant to be like really hard, should have better drops maybe there. Maybe I mean it is wishful thinking, but like maybe like a defined drop for that like nightmare mode basically. So I can't. I did a stage and then I can't, and then I've got another 35, 44 to do. So it's around about 158 energy, something like that, 140 energy. But at least the rewards are good. That's the one thing I can say. Because it's nightmare mode, I cannot select. I can maybe you should have it so you can't select a faction support. You know, that's a more of a nightmare for me, even though it doesn't mean much because I generally take a drop lead just to get some drops. It is 11 waves here as well. I'm gonna let this roll out and we'll see it at the end of this one. So there we go, another one done, another stage, 11 waves, stage 8 completed. Are we gonna see 12 waves on the next one? So how many necklaces is that? 100, 300, 550, 850, and we've got 1,250, 2,000. That's 2,000 necklaces. That's actually not too bad. That's one piece of gear from this event, like one piece of tier 4 normal gear, like a hockey mask or something like this. That's not too bad. Or it's just under a canteen or a GPS. So that's not too bad. But it is indeed 12 waves. Generally, it's waves are a problem with humans, and numbers are a problem with walkers. If they want to make it this more difficult, actually like a nightmare, I would say you don't have to go too high on the waves with walkers just to make it like not so ridiculous, I guess. Maybe start off at 3, go to 4 after like 2 or 3 of them. Same, just increase until it gets to 6, and then just start increasing the amount of walkers on each stage. You know, 10s to 12 to 15 to 18. The last stage can be like, you know, 30, 35 walkers a stage, and they can like be slow because if you long press on any of these walkers, it tells you move speed slow. Now there are some fast ones. See, is normal, so he moves 2 spaces in one go. I don't know if they're any fast. They are fast. This guy over here on the far right hand side, to the right of this guy, is a fast guy. I'm not going to be able to hit him, so what we'll see. I'll tap these ones over here so you can sort of see the difference. These guys all move 2, so that one will get next to me. That one won't. That one won't. That one won't. And this one in the top right hand corner will move the most. See how far that one goes. You ready? So he will. All 5 of these will get next to me in the next turn, theoretically, but they'll start blocking each other, fortunately. But if they made it 35 slow, that'll be hard to deal with. Just make it so they start fairly close to you. You know, they can only move 1 spot at a time. It'll make it like a proper swarm. That'd be kind of cool. Anyway, we'll see. I'll skip to the end of this one and see how it goes. End of another stage. Stage 9. Get through this one. More survivors. More survivors. I'll check what sort of items we can get there. Let me just check. Characters. Oh, we can get 4 stars now. Okay, the last stages we can get 4 stars. That's not too bad. Can we get a Lilith? It's not too important, but it's nice. We cannot. Okay, so the last stage is going to be stage 10, and so we have completed it. I think they actually did hit me that time. Well, I did get 1 hit. That took a Guardian Shield off. But that was it. Do we get something, a little bonus? More stages could potentially be more potential for drops. Do we get a nice bonus? Anything? 4 stars, please. 3-star weapon. We get a 3-star weapon. I was taking some drop leads, so potential is there. And no characters. Oh well, we do get all the rewards though, so we get another 750 necklaces, and we also get a polishing kit. And that is it. That is the end of Nightmare Mode of the Walker Swarm. It is completed, and I completed it with 3 stars everywhere. I didn't get hit too much. I think I got hit like maybe once or twice. Once that I noticed, but I'll give it a benefit of that and say it was at least one other time. I think, like I said before, I think the best way to make that more difficult would be to have less waves but more walkers. I think the rewards are pretty nice. They're topical, obviously. The necklaces are needed right now, but there are items that are generally required or desired in terms of tapes and kits. There was some legendary tokens in there, some more crafting items, and some 3-star trainers. Now, I didn't fully look at this. In this one, we're getting 2-star trainer. No, and 1 3-star trainer. When does night mode kick in? Stage 5. Okay, so we get some more medals here as well, but nowhere near as many. Like 50, 100, 200, so 400. I mean, but we do get like 1 premium item, I guess, which is the silver paint. Other than that, I guess the Brady. These are crafted items. So it would be nice if we could potentially get items that we cannot easily acquire, i.e. things that we can make in the workshop, or things that we can make in the armory. So these 2 items basically. The rest is all good. But other than that, I don't think this is too bad. It's nice for a test. It would be nicer for me at least if it was more difficult, more tactical. I think less waves. So like I said, I think it went up to 13 waves on the last stage, stage 10 on harder modes. In this one, it's nowhere near as expensive. You know, this is what, 10, 18, 24. 70, 31, 39, and it's 48 energy. So between them both, it's nearly 200 energy though. It does last 7 days, so I would say if you're going to do these, the best time to do it is at the weekend, because there aren't any roadmaps up, so you can spend your energy during the week on roadmaps that you want to do for like gear or ascendance medals or whatever, the war roadmaps, whatever ones pop up. But the rewards in these are quite nice. It's quite easily doable as well, I think. But like I said, I hope they make it more difficult. I think if they were to do Nightmare Mode with humans, it'll be a bit different. Not having items against humans, you'd have to think a lot more. And maybe this is just getting us to understand how it works before they make it really a bit more difficult. And in terms of like how the rewards work, what your limitations are, that sort of thing. So now everyone's done this, everyone understands. Maybe they're going to do another Nightmare Mode roadmap next week after the 7 days are out. And that's when it's going to be humans, or that's when it's going to be more walkers in the wave. I think that would be my main feedback. Make it harder. Make it an actual nightmare. Make me potentially lose. I want to potentially lose. And tactically I have to do something to make myself win. That requires team build or requires at least non-autoing. Because if I'm getting 3 stars on autos when I can't continue and can't use items, that means I'm not continuing not using items anyway. Like I would never have to require it to. And Nightmare Mode 1 would probably be the hardest one. Nightmare Mode 2, you just lose energy if you can't continue, which is no big deal. You can just redo it. Nightmare Mode 1 is like you could potentially just be locked on that stage forever if you can't do it, because you're limited by your roster and items are a big issue. So I'd say Nightmare Mode 1 is actually the hardest one, and Nightmare Mode 3. Nightmare Mode 2 is just not so much. It's just I guess you gotta be a bit more careful. But I'm looking forward to the human stages. But like I said, this is the end of this video, guys. Tell me what you think, and as always, keep on surviving. Keep on surviving.